Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'll be sharing with you the most powerful visualization technique that I found, and I believe that this can radically change the kind of benefit that you get from visualization and also begin to change yourself from the inside out in a very powerful way. We can use this visualization technique to reprogram subconscious beliefs, to let go of memories that are holding us back, and then to also connect us to experiences that we want to condition into a part of who we are. Now, as I've said before, the power of visualization is not necessarily even the image that we're able to see, but it's more so the feeling that that image brings to us. Now, honestly, it's the same thing with affirmations as well. It's not so much just the words we say, because if we're saying, I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, but we don't actually mean it, or we aren't saying it with enthusiasm, or we're not getting any feeling out of it, then we're not actually gaining the benefit of it. Now, as I've said before, the power of visualization is being able to condition the feelings of what we want to experience in the moment now. The way that we change our subconscious mind, which runs 95% of what we experience in our life, is through the feeling, not the words. So if we learn how to condition the feeling of what we want to experience, we then have more ability towards changing our subconscious mind, which then changes the outer reflection of our life. This technique that I'm going to share with you comes from the book Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. I'll put it right here for you. And in this book, he talks about what is called NLP, or NeuroLinguistic Programming, which is something that I studied a couple years ago. It's very powerful for changing subconscious beliefs, for changing habits or patterns that we want to stop. And in this, he talks about something called submodalities, and he integrates a visualization exercise that can really help us to enhance the feeling of what we want to experience, or to let go of beliefs that no longer serve us, or to let go of memories that we don't want to keep replaying. Because most of what we experience is on autopilot. So with this, it was involving and understanding what submodalities are. Now, submodality is someone's way that they're able to connect into what and how they think. So for example, I am somebody that's very auditory, which means that the way that I think, even when I visualize, it's much easier for me to connect into the sounds that I would hear than necessarily the exact vision or visualization of seeing a picture of what that is. Now, in the same way, I can still do that, but I find that my strong point is in the auditory of what I would be hearing. Now, some people are more gifted or more inclined for the visualization of it. So maybe they're able to in a very vivid picture see exactly what they're trying to create in their life or what they're imagining, and they're able to make that very real. Now, some people are even just more connected to the feeling of it, which is straight to the source anyways of what we're going for. But with this, what we can learn how to do is how to do something where we manipulate and enhance whatever we are visualizing or listening to or hearing auditorily wise. Now, this could be, maybe you have a memory, and this is something that I use because I had a memory of being afraid of speaking when I was in high school, of when I got in front of the class and had no idea what to say, and I just completely, blanked out and I looked like an idiot. Well, from that memory, what I was able to do using this technique is I was able to replay that memory in my head, but then what I did is, instead of having it in color, is I imagined it in black and white. Now, this immediately had an effect of making it more disconnected from me because it became a little bit less real. Now, then what you can do, and what I did, is I changed the mode of what that situation was. So rather than seeing it as something that was very serious, I started to replay the images in a new way. I started to see it as more of something that was funny. I started to see it more like a cartoon and kind of a funny scenario. And immediately when I did that, I started to disconnect it from even more. Now, we can apply this towards almost anything in our life. If we have a memory that we're trying to get rid of and using visualization, what we can then do is maybe just make it funny. Maybe instead of hearing and seeing it inside your mind in a certain way, picture it in a cartoon, or picture it in black and white, or picture it in funny helium voices, or whatever it is. But as we begin to change around the exact details of it, we will then change our connection to it. So that's more of how to detach from it and how to not let it have so much power over us. But how can we enhance it? Well, a way to powerfully enhance it is to more vividly imagine it in a way where instead of just seeing it, maybe we make it, instead of a picture, more three-dimensional. Maybe we're able to really see the colors get brighter and brighter. Maybe we're able to get the picture like this that we're imagining and imagining it getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And as we do these little techniques, we start to change the way that we're connected to it. Now, somebody like me, for example, can connect more into the idea of the hearing of it. And as I begin to hear more of the details, pay attention to the kind of sounds that I would hear if my intention is to create and condition a future memory, the idea is that as I connect into it and I put the detail onto it, then I'm able to connect to it more. So realize you can make it more vivid, put more color into it, make it more three-dimensional, and as you do that, you'll find that you're able to feel into it more, it becomes much more real to you. And at the same time, if it's a memory that you want to let go of, if it's a scenario that you don't want to remember from your childhood, you can identify what it is, you can change it around, and then change who you are being in the present moment. So this, I believe, is so powerful for being able to do that. I encourage you to see what works for you. You might find that it's more powerful for you to first off let go and really rearrange the way that things happened, really get to the core of why they happened, to become at peace with them, and then to simply let them go. Then you can condition yourself into the feeling of what you want to experience. Remember, as I say, it's more about feeling from the heart than the head. We can use all of this as a tool, but one powerful thing you can do during the visualization is put your hands over your heart. As you do that, you'll begin to feel more into your heart. Your heart is so many more thousands of times stronger than the electromagnetic energy of the head. And as we be doing that, we're going to be able to connect to ourselves at a deeper level. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And other than that, I'll see you guys on the next vid. Peace, much love, namaste. All right, bye.